Hello guys, so let's start with my introduction. My name is Shubham Chipa. I'm currently working as a software engineer at Happy, and previously I freelanced at Umigo Incorporation, that is a US based startup, and Elysian Field Group Holdings, that is a UK based startup. Recently I interviewed with Amazon, Razorpay, Navi Technology and various other startups and product based companies. I am a passionate software engineer and like to teach coding and development stuff. So, uh, about this channel, this YouTube channel is sponsored by Newton School. So let's have an introduction about Newton School. So you can see here is the website of Newton School. Newton School is an Edtech startup. So it offers free upfront courses and trainings to get placed in various product-based companies and startups. So they have a model of income share agreement where you don't have to pay until you get hired. And yeah, so students who take courses from the Newton schools have like placed in these companies. You can check out the website, and you are going to get live classes, industry projects, mock interviews, personal mentoring from like people who are currently working in the industry. Yeah, so you can expect these kind of courses. You can see we have like top-notch mentors from Google, Microsoft, Goldman Sachs. Yeah, so you can check out their website and courses. If you think you can do it, you can like enroll in those courses and you can get hired by software companies and startups. Okay, so let me paste the question and then we'll see. Similarly, the interviewer will going to paste the question and then he will explain you about it along with an example. So let me also paste that. So given an array nums and integer k, return true if there are two distinct indices I and j in the array such that nums of I equals to nums of j and absolute of I and j is smaller than k. Okay, and he will give you this example and then give k equals to 3, and he will also give the output as true because there exists some I and j that satisfy this condition given the question. So now you have to explain him the approach that you are going to do it in a single loop, for loop, and you are going to check for this condition, and you will use unordered set to store the unique values that are that satisfying this condition. Yeah, so once the interviewer asks you to write the code, you can start writing the code. So we are going to take the input like this. Let me, yeah, so this will be 1 2 3 4. Yeah, so we have 4 values, 1 2 3 1, and then k value, that is 3. So we have to provide the vector nums and int k, and this nums length will be n. Okay, for I equals to n, we are going to take a temp x and going to store the value in x, and then we will assign this value to nums of ith, and then yeah, after this we can take in k as well, and then we will create contains nearby duplicate or contains dupes. Okay, so it is, we are going to pass the nums and the k value. Yeah, and yeah, so now let's create this function. As I told you, we use ampersand to point that will save the memory, prevent from creating a duplicate nums array. It will just point to this nums array. Yeah, and also we are going to take the k value. Now what we can do is we can create a or unordered set of type int, and then if k is smaller than equals to 0, then there cannot be a possibility, so we just return false. Okay, and also in general, if we didn't find the possibility, we just return false. Now we have to write our logic here. So what we can do, if k is smaller than greater than equals to nums dot size, so you have to explain this in the real interview situation. So k equals to nums dot size -1. We will decrease the k value, or we will assign it like this. Okay, so then as we told the interviewer that we will use a for loop. Okay, and if the I is greater than k, so we will erase nums of I minus k minus 1. Okay, if I is greater than k, then we will erase I minus k minus 1. Otherwise we will just find the, not otherwise, after that we will find the ith. So find is a function in like provided in each and every STL containers that you use to find some value. Okay, so it depends on the structure or the container. It have like some complexity. So here find nums of I in the S will have like O of 1 in average case, as I told you, access in search, and addition in the unordered set that is implemented by hash table is O of 1. So the spine will be O of 1, and it will check S dot ends means just after S, that is we didn't find anything. So if it is equals to s dot end, that is it is not available. Otherwise it is not going to equals to s dot end. So that is it is there. So we will return true. Yeah, so that means we find a possibility for the duplicate, and yeah, so we will return true. Otherwise we will insert the nums of I in our unordered set, so that we can have like some sort of cache or value in the memory, so that we can access it here when we using this if condition. Okay, and and this is used to erase. So erase means removing that value from the set, so that it will be no longer stored in that cache or the unordered set. Yeah, so that's how we can find check that nearby there is a duplicate or not. Okay, so what let me run it this and see if there are any errors, so with that we can debug. Yeah, so there is an error vector, so we spelled it wrong like this. Yeah, also here's find num, it should be nums. Yeah, 1 means true. Okay, let me change some values, see if it works or not. 1 0 1 1 and then 1. Yeah, that should be true as well. Now let's take another value. This time there will be 6 values, 1 2 3 1 2 3 and 2. Yeah, it's false. Yeah, so that's how we solve this question, and also we have to explain the complexity and why we use this. That's I told in the video. So this is using of one-time access time and storing the values so that we can check access it here and check if it is already contained or not. So yeah, so you have to tell the time of, since we are using for loop, one single for loop, that will be the size of the given input, so it will be of n and the extra space as well for this storing this. So at max it is going to be all the elements of n. Yeah, so if you like the video, you can hit like button and you can subscribe. Also you have a doubt, you can comment that down in the comment section. Also check out the courses by Newton School. They have like zero upfront fee, and yeah, so you might get placed in a product-based company or a software engineering startup. So yeah, you can definitely check out that, and thank you.